So, okay then, welcome everyone. I'm Dark.
And I'm Terminal.
And together we're Pogo Tips, bringing you the weekly preview. We've been gone for a little bit, like I said, but we're back and ready to tell you all about next week and revisit a couple recent events and give our thoughts on everything Pokemon Go. Exactly, it is. So let's see, we'll skip the. So I would say, you know what? Before anything else, let me switch over to the actual thing itself. There we go. Hi Raj, I'm Dark. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the slides. What we can see here is we have an actually pretty good Max Monday this time around with Drilbur. We have a Spotlight Hour on Tuesday. It gives you 2 times Evolution XP, and if you want to, you can catch a few Ferroseeds. And then this week we're getting Deoxys Defense and Normal forms, as well as the Hoenn starters in Mega Raids, while saying goodbye to Dialga, Scizor, Steelix, and Lucario in the Mega Raids. Steel Skyline will be ending on Tuesday, and we'll have a couple days break before Harvest Festival finally starts. And then on Sunday, we'll be getting the Solosis Community Day, which has 3 times Stardust. So that is pretty interesting given one of the researches you can get from Steel Skyline. Move on then to Max Monday, which is Drilbur.
We're covering that later.
Sorry, what?
Are we covering that later?
Yeah. I'm just giving a brief preview of the week before we get into each individual thing.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Max Monday, like I said, is Dynamax Drilbur, and at 6 to 7 p.m. local. And Dynamax Extra is a top-tier attacker. And given what we've talked about with the Rare Candy XLs, this is a good time to go after these because you can get a lot of Rare Candy XLs.
Yep. So I did a bunch today myself.
Yeah.
And I would say every other one I would get 2 Rare Candy XLs. It seemed like.
Nice.
So it's so you're getting 1 guaranteed at this point until they're done on Tuesday. Tuesday 8:00. But until then, you can keep doing them. So
and something funny I noticed when I was doing it is that, you know how like in the bonus screen, like a lot of times you get a 0 for the Rare Candy XL, and I was sitting there going, wait, what? I thought I was supposed to get a bonus here. Why don't I have a bonus here? What's going on? And then finally at the end, it adds that +1, at the summary screen. I'm like, oh, okay, that tricked me there. I thought the bonus was off or something.
Yep. Yeah, it actually pauses, and so it's only for locals. So yes, so there's a question in the chat. Yes, 2 rare candies. I would say I normally earn on the average slightly above 50% of the time. I earn a rare XL candy just doing these DMAXs, and then because of the current bonus that's going on, you can get a second one from it. And I would say, like I mentioned, about a little over 50% of the time, I'm getting 2 rare XL candies.
I actually meant to check how many Rare Candy XL I got between the DMAXs and Metagross Raid Day. I'm sure I have a lot now because they've given us a lot of good bonuses for this stuff. Okay, anything else you want to add about Max Monday?
Don't forget to evolve a ground type, so that you get the rare the XL candy and the extra candy from those. So Drilbur is a ground type.
Yes, Mega Evolve. He means, by the way, not just Evolve.
Correct.
Just to make sure completely clear about that, because but next we have is Ferroseed Spotlight Hour, where we get 2 times Evolution XP. And if you're looking for Pokemon to evolve, I have a picture of all the 12 Candy Evos. Not to mention, I did this. So I have the Evo search now added to Nightbot. So if anybody ever needs to know what are the easiest ones to evolve for this kind of thing, there you go. It includes not only the 12 Candy Evos, but also trade evolution. So if like for trade day, you trade a bunch of the ones that have free evolution when you trade them, you can stack them up for Ferroseed Spotlight Hour. Got a few more hours before that ends. So I would say it's a pretty good chance to try and get a lot of XP, especially if you're going to, if you're still trying to hit level 50 before that ends, which is only in a couple weeks, I think now.
Yep, we're very close to that. So we got 10 more days left, technically 9. They said that they were going to tell us early October more information about it. So we still haven't found that out yet. So we'll find that out.
And so if you're looking, of course, for the shiny Ferroseed, go ahead and do the Spotlight Hour, because this one, it feels like you have to do either or. You either evolve or you catch the Pokemon, because evolving takes a while. And this one is I guess, okay in the Great and Ultra League. John, you got anything to add? Or Terminal, you got anything to add?
So I'm gonna break the rules here a teeny bit, and talk about something that's breaking the TOS. But there are people who have been known to have 2 phones logged in the same account, one catching and one doing the evolutions. I've never heard of anyone getting banned for that, but that is against the TOS, so it's something that we don't recommend doing normally, or in this case even.
I've also heard you can do it on a Samsung device pretty easily because of the way that their App Store works and how the Google Play Store works, I believe.
Right, on a Samsung phone, you can have 2 apps running at the same time, and what you can do is you install the Pokemon Go app from Samsung Store and the Google Play Store, and that's a way to get around that kind of, breaking the TOS. But you are still doing that because you're really only supposed to be logged in one time at one account at a time
Yes, still
on your
breaking
phone.
TOS. And I will say I follow TOS to the T and the O and the S, and I only have one phone, one account. That's it.
That makes it easier to follow.
Exactly. Okay. Now let's move on to butt.
Oh.
Yeah, terminal. The butt.
Yes, that's right. So, go ahead and, remove the, covering over here, if you
All
don't
right.
I know you're gonna have to edit the slide slightly to do that, but
Wait, what?
the reason why I wanted to
How do I remove
go
it?
ahead and remove it, edit the slide and take it off.
Oh, I was on what's it called?
Yep. Just
Oh,
delete it, just delete it.
I did. I finally figured it out, guys. It's okay. I had a moment there because I was looking at the Ursaluna going, "Oh yeah, full
Yes.
moon."
Yes, Tuesday is a full moon, and, so now we can evolve our Ursalunas, to them. So just keep that in mind. There's other ways around it, but Tuesday's a full moon, for it. The other way you can do it almost any time is to go ahead and use, the adventure effect from the Luna when you're,
Oh
when you're
yeah,
traversing the Cosma. So that's the other way you can do it almost any
right.
time, but,
Yeah,
this was
I
a
forgot about
surprise for
that.
Dark. I decided we never mentioned it during our discussion, so I decided to bring it up,
Yeah.
and make it out there. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're right. That is a thick butt right there. Ursaluna is a thick one right there.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
Dawn
yes, Dawnwing.
Wings.
Yes, Wolf.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wolf. That's Dawnwing's what to
Yeah,
do it
that
with.
one. Yeah, I always forget about that because sometimes I want to evolve like my Amoras or whatever else, and it never happens because I always forget about the Lunala thing because I was by the time night rolls around, I'm like forgotten at that point. So yeah, that's a good one to have for sure. And then let's I guess move on to the next thing, which is about the new megas coming in, which we have Sceptile, Blaziken, and Swampert, which are the Hoenn starters, and this begins same with Deoxys, which we'll get to in a second. Begins on October 7th at 10 a.m. and will continue on until the next Tuesday, October 14th, where they will go away at 10 a.m. And we have something new here. Terminal, why don't you introduce them to what that other symbol is there besides the shiny symbol?
So one of the things that we decided to bring up is how soloable or how many people it's going to take to do these raids, and it's not just these raids, but we're going to talk about this for raids in the future. So for right now, what we're doing is we're using this little bronze symbol. This is from the Rising Star medal. So bronze signifies that it's soloable. If one person can do it, then there's going to be silver, gold, and platinum, which obviously they're going to get harder as we go across them. So all of these megas that are coming out starting Tuesday are all soloable. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit extra time for you to do it by yourself, but it's definitely one that is very soloable to do.
Yeah, and these are some cool megas out there. If you're looking for the shiny or whatever else, go for them. They're also great trade fodder because they are megas. So if you want to do a couple, I'd say go for it. I'll probably mostly not do them unless they're just like right there because I have some pretty good ones already. But always fun to raid starters.
Yeah, and these are actually very useful. So if you don't have enough mega energy, there's ones you definitely want to focus on and get them
Yeah.
into these frequently used.
Yeah, because they are all three, I think, unique in terms of the mega typing. Don't quote me on that, but they are very close to unique. Not completely unique. Only one I'm suspicious of is Swampert with ground and water, but I think he's So if you want them, go for them. They're good. Blaziken, yeah, Blaziken's a cool Pokemon. That was my starter choice in Gen 3. I know people love Mudkip, but I loved me and my Torchic back in the day. Okay, now we got Deoxys, Normal, and Defense, which are gonna start again also on Tuesday at 10 a.m. And there you will see both the normal form and the defense form, and you'll see the other ones next week. But right now, for this week, you'll see both of those also during the raid hour, which is on Wednesday, October 8th from 7 p.m. local time. We still have that seasonal bonus of one rare candy XL for a 5-star catch, as long as it's before 6:59, or at least at 6:59. And are you telling me, Terminal, that the shiny chance is 1 out of 10?
That's what we're being told. Generally speaking,
Oh.
we're being told that. And if you notice over here on the sides of them, so for the top one, so that one is the normal version of it. That's soloable, but it really for defense, it's a hard hitter. It takes a lot to take it down. So 3 high level trainers is really what's needed for that. So
Okay.
it's definitely something that you're going to want to make sure you have the right amount of trainers, and they have to have the right Pokemon, the right teams, and things like that set up.
And also, you can't trade these because they're mythicals. But let's see. Wolf said, but just to confirm, Sceptile is not grass type rate attacker. It's not the top one. It is pretty good, but Kartana is the top grass type attacker. Just to let you know, Wolf. Yeah, I think Tiger knows it. Aston said, yeah, Mega Kartana. Yeah, but Aston's right about Kartana being the top grass type attacker. But it doesn't have a mega though. We should be clear about that. And then we
That'd
gotta
be
do the
cool.
subscribers though. I forgot about that. Let's go ahead and do that now. Go to my
So I did see that the Pokemon Professor joined up and he subscribed. So I
hello.
appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing.
Oh, you've got it covered. Go ahead, do it then. If you got everybody.
I don't know. I don't. I don't know anyone else. I just that's who one person I saw, and then Pugs. What is it? Pugs is I don't know. Is that Pugs Safaret also joined up? Thanks for subscribing. Do you have other people that were new subscribers for us yet
I
today?
think I heard 2. Oh, I think
It
you're.
might have been those two.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. But yeah, then we'll continue on then to the next slide, which is about the Harvest Festival, which starts. Okay, sorry, I forgot to change the dates. Let me fix that real quick because the dates are not. This is Friday, October 10th, right?
Yep, starts Friday, October 10th at 10 a.m.
Yep, and then it goes until Monday?
That's I'm double checking that one. Hang on a second. Harvest Festival.
Thursday, the 16th.
Yeah, this is a weird one. Most things don't usually start on Fridays,
Yeah.
but they started this one
Okay.
on a Friday.
Oops, sorry guys. I made a mistake. My bad. Okay. So go through this. Okay. The spawns that we know about are gonna be Combee, are gonna be Miltank, and Smoliv. And we have increased shinies for both Smoliv and Pumpkaboo. And since we don't have Pumpkaboo in the spawns, people are kind of predicting they may be in field research, but we're not 100% sure about that yet. So who knows if they'll be in the wild. I hope they are in the wild because I want a shiny. Oh, more shinies. We're also seeing the debut of Dipplin and Hydrapple. Dipplin can be gotten from an Applin if you have 20 syrupy apples and 200 candy to evolve it. And then to get Hydrapple, you need 400 candies, and then you need to catch 7 dragon types while it's your buddy. So, oh my gosh, that is a lot of candy. Other bonuses you get are 2 times catch candy if you use a pineapple or a silver pineapple berry, and then apples will appear more frequently with mossy lures, and more berries from Pokestops. When I saw that, immediately I sent Terminal the gift from the Punisher where he's going, no, 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 no. You get so many berries. I not need more. I understand Harvest Festival. Could we harvest something else, please?
Yeah, no, this is a good event mainly because it's a new Pokemon that we're getting. I mean, and that's actually 2 new ones. So we're currently at 917 in the Dex at this point. So this is going to bring us up to 919 that you could in theory have. Still no shiny yet though for it. So that's something that's kind of annoying. But I'm sure there's going to be a day. Now this is one of those Pokemon that there's going to definitely be a community day on it. So it's one of those things that's that do some grinding a little bit now if you just want the Dex entries, but don't go crazy since you can't get the shinies or anything like that.
And also, it does have a signature move or legacy move. So at some point, it's going to probably give it to you. And so I would wait until that point, at least for myself, to evolve it, unless you're trying to get the Dex entry, like I know Terminal will. So he'll probably evolve at least one. But I'm definitely going to sit on them and wait because I'd like it to have the legacy move. And Wolf, it wasn't necessarily a tongue twister, more like I made it into a tongue twister because I do things like that.
Yep.
Right, and
so
I think that's
again, this is one of those another event though that's that some people find quite annoying. It's where you've got to sit around a bunch of lure stops and just tap a bunch of apples that you see. But they are saying that this time it's going to not just spawn at the lure stops; they will be spawning in the wild. So that's something that at least we're not going to be tied to Pokestops with lures and things like that.
Yeah, and on top of that, also there's a paid ticket involved where you get encounters with Applin. I think you get some syrupy apples, but the most important part about that is you get 2 times duration for mossy lures. So you get them then for an hour instead of just 30 minutes. So if you feel like it's worth it, you could do that. But again, we'll see exactly how much sitting around and walking we can actually do with this because the last time we had that with the concert celebration terminal?
Yes. Yep. The concert one where we had to sit around and catch
that one.
And
Audino.
And Audino's correct.
Yeah. So hopefully they do give us more golden razzes because we're going for Combee and those things do not like to go in balls. They have too many corners, they're hexagonal. They keep on bumping into the sides. They just don't want to stay in there for some reason. So hopefully we get more of the golden raz than anything. But usually if you're raiding enough, you're gonna have a nice number of those anyway. So I just I don't want to have more berries, but
Well, good news is they don't take up any bag space, so that's fine.
All right, let's move on then to Solosis Community Day. So this
Actually,
one,
before you do
yes,
that,
sir.
you need to refresh the presentation. There's a slide that got skipped over. So
Oh,
if you go
okay.
to the next slide, go to the next slide. I reordered the slide deck. So if you go to the next
Okay.
slide,
Okay. There we go. Oh yes, the Go Pass. Go ahead, Terminal. Take it away.
sounds good. So this is the new Go Pass that's coming out this month. So this Go Pass here starts on Tuesday at 10 a.m. So first thing you have to make sure you finish catching up all of your current stuff that are there. You don't usually have to do it by
Nice.
Tuesday at 10 a.m. From what I remember last time, is they extended a few days beyond that. But it is something you want to make sure that you do catch everything. Get through all the stuff that's on there for it. The one thing about this pass, I am not a fan of it. I mean, it's nice you do get some coins, so we're going to be getting 400 free coins, but for 8 more, which in theory it's financially worth it, in a sense that for if you're looking at the items that you get out of the research, out of the paying for the deluxe version of it, but it's definitely not something that I personally want to encourage Niantic slash Scopely to continue doing. So it's one of those things that I am not recommending to purchase the Go Pass Deluxe for this next month. It does give you a few nice bonuses, but I'd much rather get things like the Lucky Trinket back and stuff like that versus a bunch of coins. That these coins, 1,000 coins are worth about $8 if you compare it to what you're buying. I think if I remember correctly, I actually did the math. $6.30. If you take the $100 coin package and you see how many coins it is, then yes, I agree that you want to bring back the lucky trinket is definitely what you want to do.
Yeah, I agree with what people are saying here. This one is not really that great, and not to mention, they also are trying to make you do more eggs, which you and I know also Raj convinced you about this, is to stop doing so many eggs. It's just not worth it. And so I'm usually waiting now for an event where it really matters, doing an egg or whatnot. Boo eggs,
I
exactly.
I know Roger's a massive fan of eggs. It's like his favorite thing to be wasting his money on.
I don't know. I think he said the opposite though in chat. I don't know who to believe here anymore.
Egg sarcasm is really what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to sabotage him, by the way, but we can go on.
All right. Oh, also, I noticed something about this. They're actually now using that new symbol to indicate whether someone has a background or not. I don't know if you see that on the Terrakion.
Yeah, the little blue symbol that's over
Yeah.
there.
Are those just flowers? Is that what they are? Like flowers.
It's a good question. Yeah, it looks like, yeah. So I think
Yeah.
that's in the game code. If you search for it, you can get that type of symbol on there. Let's see. If you go down, if you go into your Pokebag, your Pokemon storage, and you go into the search
Oh,
and go under more, you go down there. That's the symbol for the special background.
that's good to know. Hey, look, we all learned a fun fact today.
There we go.
I will say this, pugs, from my time in China, fried eggs, scrambled eggs with some tomato, amazing. But we're getting off topic though. Let's move on to Solosis Community Day, which is didn't change the date again. Saturday, October 10th. Sorry guys, dropped the ball there.
Sorry, choking for a moment. I was having a drink.
Oh no.
When you were talking.
It's not that great of a calm day, I do agree, but maybe if you need Solosis as a shiny, great, because you get increased spawns, of course, with the Solosis. You get 3 times catch Stardust, which we will return to in a minute, don't you worry. 3-hour incense, of course, 1-hour lures again, 2 times catch candy, 2 times chance to get a Candy XL from catching, 1 additional special trade, which gets us up to 2. That's wrong. And then trades will require 50% less Stardust. But let's circle back to that catch Stardust right there with 3 times. If any of you are paying attention, there are some field research which Trubbish out there. And the only thing you gotta do is transfer 10 Pokemon, which in this game is like say less.
All the time.
Exactly. So I would say, go look for those and just catch a bunch of random Pokemon, release them once that thing comes up, which actually brings us back to ourselves, which I'm gonna put this into chat real quick. Second, please. Where our Discord, where you can get a lot of the search strings that we use for stuff like this. I have mine personally that the terminal's given me that I call Trash Junkies, which I use to I've been using a lot. I've gotten probably at least 20 Trubbishes yesterday alone, because that research is everywhere. Just from doing that, just clicking on Trash Junkies, get rid of 10 real quick, and then moving on with my day. And so, like, keep your Parises, Meows, your Shelders, your Morlols, your Combees, your Delibirds, Shroomish, Staryu, Chimecho, Sableye, Trubbish, and finally, Audino, because those guys will be great to catch on that day. Because I bet, I'll probably go for an hour, maybe two, and then after that, I'll go right through my research thing and find and catch everything with high Stardust in there. Terminal, any thoughts about this calm day?
No, that's exactly what you're talking about. Is what I would be doing the exact same thing with it. Is is a lot of Stardust stuff is what I'd be focusing on. Where you obviously want to run a lucky piece, and not a lucky piece. You want to be running a star piece. And one of the things that I always recommend to do is to run a star piece in a group. If you can get 4 people together, that is worth double the amount for that star piece. Everybody can share up to 4 of any one item per day, and then you can go from there. Yes, Calm Day is on the 12th of October.
Yeah, thanks. I just corrected that. Appreciate it very much. Said it was I was checking everything and I clearly missed a couple of things. As an editor, I am disappointed in myself. I will tell you that right now. Very disappointed. And I think we got another follow, so let me check it real quick. 1 second, please. I have to remember to keep this thing open because I keep that.
Just a moment. We're going to be talking about PvP. So we have some small changes this week to the PvP coming up.
But how about you go ahead with that while I go? I find this because I always forget how to do this. Go ahead.
Okay. So go ahead and move on to the next slide, please.
Oh, absolutely. There you go.
So this week in PvP, it's Tuesday morning. It changes over to be the Ultra League, which there's some huge fans of it I know here in the chat. And then the Great League Jungle Cup version is there. So the only thing that we're not allowed to have this time is to Gligar or Galarian Stunfish. But the Jungle Cup does make it some interesting things, but it really doesn't eliminate a lot of Pokemon for it. So but it's nice having Ultra League back, as some people in the chat here usually say it's not as sweaty as Great League. So it's definitely one you want to get doing. Could you go with my strategy where you try to lose a lot more than you win and still get yourself to level between 15 and 13? 13 to 15 is pretty easy to get to without having to win a lot. And once you get up to there, then try to win 1 or 2 per set. And I usually get to about the middle of the season. I usually get to about level 20, and it's good to get to level 20 with an elo of 300. Makes climbing higher than that a lot easier. So that's usually my goal, is elo 300 and level 20. Were you able to figure out who else joined up?
No, I'm so bad at this.
I know player one subscribed recently. He's a new person.
There it is.
Thanks for joining up.
Yeah, the Google thing was not telling me, but I found it myself. Yes, player one, thank you very much for the follow. Okay, and you're good with the PvP? Gone over all that? Okay. So before we get to the weekly postmortem, we want to start this. We want to go ahead and take a 5-minute break for everybody. So in case you need to write things down or whatever, ask some questions. We can come back then and answer anything that you have about this week, or honestly about Pokemon Go in general. Okay, like we'd like to help you out in those regards. So first thing I guess we could talk about is how everybody did on the 2 different raid days. We got Mega Camerupt and Mega Metagross, which almost makes us have all of the Mega Pokemon that have been released 10 years ago, almost. X and Y. Right, are they called X and Y? Yeah. Which
one that we just had a couple days ago? Yesterday was it?
Sorry about that.
Metagross. So yeah, with Metagross. So Mega Metagross, I maxed my energy out for that one. I got a hundo in one of the last. It looks like, I think it was my second to last raid. I finally got a Metagross hundo for it. So that was an exciting thing with the move. Things like that. So definitely did a lot more on Metagross. Kind of regret doing the amount that I did, but got me the hundo, which made it worthwhile. And I got 4 shinies out of about 50 raids.
Nice. I think I did about 40 and I got 4 shinies. So I'm pretty happy. Nothing really too great, but I think a lot of rare candy XLs, which was nice.
I have not been checking on those. How many do you have currently right now, just out of curiosity?
Oh, let me see.
I'm at 167. I haven't used any in a while. I've been dropping them on my mythicals, and that's mainly what I've been doing them for. So
last time I dropped anything was on Meloetta to get her up to level after I bottle capped.
Yeah, you can bottle cap that one. I remember that.
I think that was the last one. Should have quite a few.
I'm a little OCD, 400, and I'm 400. Oh wow, you definitely have a lot more than I have.
Nope.
I was a little OCD on my Eternatus, so I wanted to get into a number that I could use. So I have literally exactly 2,700 Candy XL on Eternatus, and
wow.
And so that way I could use so I can power it up if I wanted to. So that gets me to let's see, not even quite there. I need, you need 8,600. I need 8,600 more, and I only have
Oof,
2,700. So I'm not going to be maxing them out for a while. Maybe my
definitely
great grandchildren will be able to get that.
not. Right.
Going back to one of our old videos.
Oh, you haven't got a Shundo yet, Tiger? That's always sad. I've only gotten mine from trades. Annihilate, Zacian, and now, of course, the Black Sky, my shiny Charizard. G-Max Charizard, I should say. So I guess it's a good transition over to segue over to trade day. Yes, you did. And I love it. I love that guy. His name is Damon, because Hot D, House of Dragon. Cool prince with a sword. So that's why I was like, hey, name mine Damon. Yeah, and background. Don't forget the background, Raj. It's like my Charizard, G-Max, background, all that stuff. Yeah, so I've gotten a couple good Shundos. Yeah, it was it was a very happy day. I remember when you guys let me know that was going on, because I didn't check or anything. I had no idea what it was. It was a Shundo. Yeah, but since the trade day, Terminal and I've been talking, and we also realized, we got to do more Dunsparce and Tandem Mouse trades, because that's a great way to evolve them and then get a little bit of a recoup on the candy that we spent, because you got to get both forms, right? So, and then at least that way, when you trade people, at least they know what they're getting, either a 3-form or 4-family or 3-family for Mousehold, and then 2 or 3 segment for the Dunsparce.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, also the thing you have to want to think about is that you do get an XL every time you do a trade, not just a rare XL, but you also get
Yes.
an XL. So you want to make sure you're focused on Pokemon that you need that for.
Mm-hmm.
So that, anything that you can't get up. So you need 296 XLs to be able to get to level 50 on any one Pokemon, unless it's a Shadow. And then if it's a Shadow, then you need 100 more for the Shadow.
So it'd be 396 then to fully max the Shadow?
I think that's it. I'll just double check that number here.
Yeah, I was about to say, but I can't remember what a Shadow is.
It's 360. You need 360
360.
total.
Oh, so a little bit less than
Yep.
100. Okay.
Yep.
Still a lot. Still a lot.
Yeah. So any Pokemon that are heavily tradable, that could be the D Max form or G Max form. Definitely want to be able to make sure you trade those to get those XLs for the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and always look for different Pokemon that would be good for other reasons to you need candy for, because there are still, like, even if you can't trade the Shadows, it's still good to get candy for those Shadows. They do require more than a regular Pokemon to power up. I think in terms of trade day. Wait, let me check the script to make sure I didn't write anything else.
One thing that we didn't talk much about on is City Safari. I know that that myself and Raj and a few other people went to over in Vancouver, and it was a very interesting experience. The way that you get the EVs with the backgrounds is definitely different. And Dark was the lucky recipient of the only one that I know of anyone personally catching. He got an EV with a background, and also got the shiny for that one. There
Yeah,
was one of Raj's mods got one. Her name is Kristen, and so she got one. And then I saw one other person. I forgot who it was, but I saw one other person who caught a shiny background. That was a really tough one to get. It was 1 in 64 odds, and you only had, at the best case scenario, you would have 16 chances per person to get them.
that
So
is
very,
very
very low.
low. But yeah, how about you talk about guaranteed luckies, though, because Tiger did bring that up. So why don't you talk a little bit about the guaranteed luckies and how that whole system works? Because I'm still utterly confused by it.
Okay. So guaranteed luckies are a Pokemon that is caught with up to 2019 and all the way through 2019, and the sender of that age Pokemon has to have guaranteed lucky trades still available. So if I have made less than 35 guaranteed lucky trades, then and I'm sending a Pokemon from 2019 or before, then that one would make it so that whatever you're sending to me, we both would get a luck. Otherwise, you have normally a 30%
Mm.
chance, and then on trade day Sundays, you get a 40% chance of those being lucky. And if I'm sending you a Pokemon that is a guaranteed lucky, and you still have some left, it does eat away at your guaranteed luck. So you want to be very careful about being a recipient of those and keep track of how many guaranteed luckies you've received.
I
And
have
they
not
increase
done.
so you have not done any, you're saying?
No, I haven't kept track, so I don't know what number I'm
I
on.
don't get tracked. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yes. And last time, so they Ashton, they sometimes it seems like they're increasing it by 10 Pokemon every 2 years.
Hmm.
So they did it last year. They did it. Was it the beginning of this year? They did it, and so I don't expect it to happen during 2026. From my experience, they did previously did 10 before that, 2 years ago. So yeah, and yeah, you want to make sure that you want to be careful when you get when you're doing the trades, because again, those guaranteed luckies, even if you're not sending a guaranteed lucky, you're receiving one, that does eat away at your 35 that you totally can do. So when I got my last 10, I had a bunch of trades already lined up with people that I made sure that I sat there and made sure I got those trades done first before I started receiving any guaranteed luckies.
Yeah, yeah, that whole system is so confusing. I hope they give us some indicator of what we have or don't have left, because it's so hard to keep track of.
It very much is. I mean, there obviously a lot of things are changing on on the 15th of this month, and so one of the nice things they recently added is now you have your special trade counter, and you can see how many special trades
Hmm.
you have left when you go to trade.
Which is
So that's
very
definitely
nice.
very nice, and so I'm hoping that they're going to do that same thing with the lucky trades, the guaranteed luckies, and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and a trade counter in general. It'd be nice to know when you're getting close to
Yes.
that 100 trades that you can do per day.
Yeah,
That would be
because
nice. Yeah.
something to remember too is like you can do all of your normal trades and then not be able to do special trades. I have done that before.
Yes. I try to get through those special trades first.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I was waiting on something to do a special trade, and I just went through them, and I was like, oh, okay, crap, no more trades left. Crap. Okay, great.
Yep. Yeah, so the whole I do agree. The whole it's very convoluted understanding how guaranteed
Hmm.
luckies work, and if you're the sender or the recipient, because that matters and things like that. And the way you could tell if it
Yes.
was a guaranteed lucky is you honestly can't. What you can do is you can look at the bottom of when you received and see if it's from that date, but there's no telling you if that is a 30-40% chance of that it was lucky or if it was a guaranteed lucky. But
Yeah.
if the set has not used up their guaranteed luckies, it will use that up.
Yep.
So it is definitely going to use up a guaranteed lucky if the sender has not used it.
Hidden mechanics are fun when they don't have a limit on them like that.
Correct. Yep. Same thing. Like for example, when you're trying to evolve the three segment,
The
the
Dunsparce.
three
Yep.
segment first. Yep. And you just got one of those today. That was I was talking to you when
What?
you got
What?
one.
Yeah.
That was very impressive.
Yep.
So
So like I'm good on
how
my
many?
living
I'm curious
decks.
if you go into your decks, go into your Dunsparce decks.
Yeah.
I'm curious how many it took you to get one. I'm at 77 on one account, and I've done a lot more than that overall, and I still don't have one. So I'm curious
Well,
what number was for you.
you're forgetting though. I got one before that. Remember, I got that lucky one that was also a 3 segment, and that was like maybe 10 trades.
10 evolutions, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. 10 trades. 10 evolutions. Oh my god, what is wrong with me tonight? Oh.
So yeah, so you got it once after doing it 10 times, and
Yeah.
Raj, yeah, on exactly Raj got
Wow.
exactly 101 odds.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah.
That is crazy. Yeah, because yeah, it's really hard. Actually, here's something crazy. In Scarlet Violet, I still haven't gotten a shiny 3 segment to Dunsparce. It's so hard to get. I have caught maybe 50 shiny to Dunsparce in that game, and none have gone 3 segment yet. I think it's the last time I shiny hunted something. I should get back to that. But yeah, I've gotten super lucky on Pogo. It's crazy.
In Pogo, the shiny odds are 1 in 512 normally for Dunsparce.
Oh
What are the
no.
rates in?
It depends if was a sandwich gets down to like around 300, something like that, I think, and especially if you're doing an outbreak, so you can see a lot of them really quickly, and those outbreaks last all day, so it's like a calm day for like a certain area. So I was able to pick up a ton from doing that, but so far none has gone 3 segment on me. Annoying.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different mechanic altogether, and also nice part about it is that it's just in the game. You don't have to pay any of
Yes, not
it.
not costing money is a good thing. Not like this game does.
True, exactly. You never have enough to Dunsparce, exactly. I'm waiting for the 4 and 5 segments to come out soon. But I'm looking forward to. We need more segments
Those are
to Dunsparce.
available in the non-mainline games.
No, it's a complete joke. I have no idea if they're gonna do that.
Okay, hopefully not.
Well, I mean, every evolution going up one more would be hilarious, but yeah.
So, yeah, I actually went to a Dunsparce nest today,
Oh,
that
very
was running
cool.
about 20 per hour from what people were telling me in that area, so
Mm,
that was nice.
mm,
I got about I was only there for about 30 minutes, and I did get about 15 of those there. Of
nice.
course, catching
Well,
them with the normal mega so I can get the extra candy, and of course,
absolutely.
I'm using the silvers for these, so silver pineapps.
Okay, and then there was some.
Yes, Wolf, they are nesting. There's very, the nests they're in my area and northern New Jersey area. I've found I found three different nests. Some as low as like 3 or 4 per hour. One nest is reporting over 60 per hour, and I've seen the other one nest that I was at today was about 30 per hour.
All right. Yeah, nice. Also, I wanted to ask chat something. Whenever we're doing shorts and we have two different, like for example, the rare candy XL exploit I was doing, like I included both the paid and the freeway to be able to do that. Do you guys think that maybe I should distinguish the two more, or do you think it was covered pretty well? Let me know what you think about that. If you guys did see our last short about the rare candy bonus from the level 3 rewards for Steel Skyline.
Could you repeat that, please? I was a little bit confused myself.
Okay, sure. So I mentioned both the paid way to do it and also the free way to do it. Were you able? And a lot of people commented about the paid one, but did anyone notice I did have the free in there, or should I distinguish it more as in saying this is the free version, this is the free way to do it, and this is the paid way to do it in the shorts?
So you're
I'm asking.
so you're talking about how when you're doing in the short, we talked about how you
Hmm.
have to do a max battle. You have to complete a max battle, win a max battle, and then you
Yeah.
get the rare XL. And so what your question is that was it clear enough that there is a way to do it for free, and then there's a way to do it paid for it. So that's what your question is. Was it clear
Yeah.
enough in there from what I'm understanding? All right.
Okay.
I mean, I thought that it was clear in there. But we do, as you mentioned, there's a lot of comments about it
Hmm.
that type of thing. And so, as Raj is mentioning, a comparison chart, or maybe we could put a symbol up there for
Yeah.
when it's a paid portion, when it's a free portion, and things like that. So, some way to visualize it differently. That you're talking
Okay.
about something free, or you're talking about something that's paid.
Yeah, I can definitely do that because, like, yeah, I noticed people were commenting more about the paid thing instead of just the freeway. So I was like, going, maybe I need a little bit clearer for people because, yeah, I could understand why it'd be confusing because obviously I understood it because I made the dang thing. So other people though, that's always gotta get feedback.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, yeah, anything? Oh, Pogo Poker, right? That's something I want to do. So this time for Pogo Poker, I thought what we could do is, in honor of Terminal's great idea to use the Rising Star medal to represent how hard a raid battle is. Let's see what everyone's Rising Star medal is. Let's everyone have post in the chat how well that they have, how many different Pokemon types they've defeated in a raid battle.
The Rising Star Medal looks like a Mewtwo, and then there's two other Pokemon behind it. One is Electabuzz, and we cannot figure out what the third one is.
Yeah, I'm still
If
looking at it. I
somebody
can't figure it
in
out.
chat figures it out, I'd love to know if anyone can figure out what
Yeah.
the Rising Star, the third Pokemon
I
on
thought
there
it was
is.
Chansey. I think that's my guess. Yeah, the 150 species one, Wolf. Exactly. Yeah, I just typed mine into chat. 246 is my number. I think it's the third Pokemon is Chansey. We're sure about Mewtwo and Electabuzz, but the third one, it's up in the air in my opinion. I think maybe Chansey.
Yeah, I have. It's one of those medals that I focus on personally. I think it's a cool
Yeah.
one because it's
Yeah.
unique grades that you've done.
Yeah.
One thing I recently found out was that it's not even if you've done the species, there is a different counter for the shadow. So if it's a non-shadow shadow,
Oh.
those actually count twice. So somebody's saying
Go.
it's Golem's silhouette in there.
I'm going back into look because my game for some reason decided to crash. So you know the thing that always happens. Golem. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? I can. You know what? I see it now. I see Golem. I think they're right. I think they're right about that. Oh, look at that. Grand Pat has 392. I think that's actually higher than yours. I think you're like what
Oh yeah.
372,
No,
something like
I'm at
that.
330. So
Oh, you're
yeah,
at
he's
330.
definitely
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I know Grandpa. He's from northern New Jersey. So yes. No,
Nice.
he's definitely been a long time player and definitely working hard on that stuff.
I can tell.
Um
Yeah, that's a very high number right there. Like
oh yeah.
yeah. And then yeah, like how about this? Anybody anybody else have any other questions or concerns about the upcoming week, or even if you have questions, maybe say about an event longer down the line, if you're trying to plan out stuff, now's a good time to ask us, because we're about to wrap up. So we're looking for feedback from
Actually, if
any
you
of
do me
you.
a favor, please,
Yeah.
let's go to the refresh the slides, and I've added a 13th slide to show the
Oh, you
medal.
did? Okay, let's do it.
Yep.
All right, give me 1 second, please. 13th, you said? Okay, there we go. Yeah, there you go. In case you're not sure which medal is, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I see it like
So,
up closer. It looks a lot more like Golem now. I think that, yeah, 100% they're right.
yep, yeah, I was curious, just making sure that you agreed with being Gollum in there. So that makes
Yeah.
sense, though. And yes, I do see
Yeah.
that myself.
It's just such a, like, Mewtwo I get, but Electabuzz and Golem are a little weird, but I guess they must have made this back in Gen 1 is what I'm guessing, when they made this medal or something.
Yeah, it definitely was an early medal for it.
Mhm.
And yes, Wolf, thanks for helping solve that mystery.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. Got good eyes there. Yeah, if you guys don't have any more questions, I guess there we could end it. Also be on the lookout, because we're gonna probably do some other streams at some point. We're working on a couple of technical issues, and once we get those fixed, then we're looking at focusing more on search strings, on individual events, and other stuff like that. But once we get that solved, then might be seeing a little bit more of us, which will be exciting.
Yes, more streams. Very good.
Whee! Yes, fun stuff, right, guys?
All right. Thank you all for joining. Really appreciate everyone's feedback in the chat. It definitely helps keep things moving along and clarifying things. And thanks all for listening in.
And thank you all for being okay with all of my mistakes, because wow, that was so bad.
What mistakes? We shouldn't be talking about them.
You know what? You're right. You know what? Let's just invent our own reality where I make those mistakes. I love that. Love that. And
they're in the past. They're non-existent.
exactly.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
I guess we'll end with all
Okay.
our favorite. This has been Pogo Tips with Just the Tips. Bye, everyone.
Just the tips.